look for the learning. We talked about looking for the good. Also look for the learning. That the ability for you to become more of who you actually are meant to be. You can actually use the Ben Franklin T-square to help you identify the learning. The exercise itself actually helps you equilibrate the experience or bring equilibrium to it, to bring you into harmony, to come into balance with yourself. Benjamin Franklin used it to bring higher order to any thinking situation he was going through, decision-making process. So you draw a vertical line down the center of a piece of paper and a horizontal line across the top. And on the left, you write the elements of the difficulty. Whatever it is, you've got a diagnosis, a death, an embezzlement, a betrayal, a pension fund dissolving, you write the elements of the difficulty, how it's affecting you, what you don't like about it. You write the difficulty. And you put all the elements of that there. And if you have more than one difficulty, you write the one, in this regard, in this experiment, you write just the one that has the most challenge for you, the one that is mostly challenging for you. And then on the other side, so on the left, you write the elements of your dark night. You write down, he lied to me, he betrayed to me. She lied to me, she betrayed me. And I'm fearful for my family, my friends, my business, my life. Whatever it is. And then on the right, and this is where your personal empowerment over the situation is exercised. Part of you won't want to do the right-hand side. Part of you will just want to do the left-hand side. That's in our human nature. But you're more than your human nature. You also have a spiritual side to you. So we're exercising our drawing into and pulling from that greater power. So get your arm around the part of you that doesn't want to move to the right side of the page and grab it anyway. So ask yourself, here's where you're asking these questions as you write down on the right side of the page. How can I use this in a way in which I can be more aware of? How can I use this now to become more aware than I was before this situation? How can I become a better me? And this may be a difficult thing to do, but you don't build greater muscle strength by lifting tiny weights. This is an opportunity. As the harder the opportunity, the greater the opportunity to build an internal spiritual strength that's actually more powerful and larger than the external problem. So you want to be willing to lift some of the weight of your old self into, I'm going to look for some good here. I'm going to look for what I can do, how I can use this. And I'm going to, yes, here it is, but this is the other side of it. Not that that's the first time you've done it, but you keep exercising this. In the same way, just because you exercised yesterday doesn't mean that you're strong in your muscles today. We exercise on a regular basis. And so as we're exercising our capacity now to stand firm on what? Stand firm on what? On an inner strength that's more powerful than the outer problem. You have that. We all have it. But not unless it's challenged do we actually find that. Good news is as we find it and begin to befriend it and use it, not only in difficult times, but it actually helps us put a lever on all the things we want to bring forth and create and give and do and have and bring forth in this life. I'm lifting some spiritual weights, however you want to phrase it. The experience occurred to help me discover more about myself, that this is in my life, just like a math problem. It's helped me to understand how to apply these laws more effectively. So problems in the human experience are the way in which we learn how to apply the invisible spiritual laws that govern this universe in ways that are conducive, conductive, helpful, and lift us up beyond the confines of thinking that I can be happy when everything in my life is the way I want it. And until that gets fixed, I just can't be happy. Until that gets fixed, I'm just going to have to struggle along. That we live condition-driven lives. And in this moment, because the condition is such that we can't change it, we learn that we have another part of a way that we can live life. And that is to have a condition without the condition having us. That is an entry point into an authority and a power that you have in you. We all have it in us. But finding it and befriending it and getting to know that part of ourselves. It doesn't happen when we're on our picnics and when it's all going well and all the conditions are just the way we want them. It happens when we're challenged, when it's difficult, when it seems bigger than us. And the gift of that, of course, is who we become in the process. So this exercise will help you so that when you think of this circumstance, what you will think about are all the good things that are here waiting to be picked from the tree, opened up, enjoyed, gained, and the learnings that are here instead of how awful it is. You want to make sure your mind is on the frequency of all the learning that's happening, all the new skill sets you're building, the relationship you're building with that power inside yourself, the new ideas that are coming to you. It doesn't mean you prefer the situation. I don't know any of us who prefer dark, difficult times. But you still tell an empowering story, because if you don't tell an empowering story, the only other story is a victim story. And that will put cement between you and the circumstance. I mean, the world will move on, other people will move on, and you'll still be carrying the weight on your back of that story about how awful it was and it shouldn't have happened to you, and let me tell you my ain't it awful story. And I promise you something, after all the many years of training and working with people around the world, you will never run out of people who want to talk to you about the ain't it awful stories. You'll never run out of those kinds of conversations. People will have them all over the world. But there's another level of human development, and that is when you've had some difficult things, but you've moved past them. You took the learning, you gained the growth, and you went forward anyway. I'm going to begin by taking the Ben Franklin T-square. I'm going to write down the difficulty, and I'm going to write down every good that I can see right now and what I've already learned. You've been in this now a few days. You've been in this a while. Whatever the longer victim story, whatever the longer difficulty might have been, you learned some things. You learned some things way back when. You learned some things a few years ago. You learned some things last year. How does that apply to the skill set that I have now, and what is happening? What's the growth that's seeking to happen right now? So you're harvesting and building on the forward momentum that you can build on by where you're putting your focus. See, every place we lay our focus, the mindset we hold, has a vibration or a frequency to it. There is a match to that frequency in results, and results never lie. So I can't create these results on this frequency. I have to raise my inner frequency to be the match for the results I want. Why it matters for you, each of us, to take some time, do the T-square. This is the problem. This is what I'm learning. And this is what I might learn by means of this that would help me for the rest of my life, or help my family, or help my work. So you begin to build a frequency of your relationship with the possible good that's right there. Not just think about it, not just kind of consider it, but you're actually drilling that frequency. What gets fired gets wired. So you're firing neuronal pathways in harmony with the good that you're holding in mind.